Hey all, welcome to this week's Top 10 here at the CIOPCC. And yesterday I reviewed the new NECA Creature from the Black Lagoon. And so I decided that today I would do my top 10 Creature of the Black Lagoon action figures of all time. Now, these are action figures. These are not statues or busts. I have plenty of those too. I'm a big Creature fan. So I have plenty of different versions. As a matter of fact, if I was to be doing a top 10 with statues and stuff in it, the premium format that Sideshow did would definitely be in there. I have both the color version out here in the Institute as well as the black and white version in the house. But no statues, no busts. So number 10 spot is going to start with a rather unusual one that I bet nobody else will have on a top 10 list like this. Richard Nixon as the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Yes, he's hiding behind the post there next to Dracula. Yeah, that's Richard Nixon. They did this whole line of presidents as universal monsters, and the only one I picked up was Nixon as the Creature because I am such a Creature fan. I like to have pretty much every version that's out there. So yeah, it's Amigo style cloth outfit. Pretty cool. Over here we have my number 9. This is not Jada Toys. You might think that at first. This is Toy Island. As is the Mummy and the Frankenstein and the Dracula there all together. This was a series from probably almost 20 years ago that they produced, and that I think is pretty decent. He's a little skinny, but for the time, he was pretty nice. Now, everybody and the brother has taken a shot at Creature figures. Mezco is the one who's probably gone farthest away from the standard, but yet still produced what I think is a really cool looking Creature. This is a big 9-inch version that they did. You can see they did variants back there in the back. There's a green translucent one, there's a black and white version, and there's a glow-in-the-dark version. But of course, out here in front is the standard look. And he gets my number 8 spot, even though he is quite different than most. Now, we're going to get to some 12-inch here. You knew we were going to eventually get to 12-inch. And the 6-scale Creature Who Walks Among Us from Sideshow gets my number 7 spot. It's no small amount, for no small reason that we don't very often get anything to do with this sequel. It was kind of unusual how they made him more human-like. And Sideshow did a nice job with the head sculpt. Sideshow also did the great 8-inch figures of all the Universal monsters. And their Creature comes in at number 6. Here he is, standing next to a couple of the Diamond Select figures. But, yep, this is the Sideshow version, and he's really nice. He also came in a variety of ways, including clear and black and white, etc. Let's see now. That was number 6. Oh, well, since we're up here, we might as well talk about number 5. That's the Diamond Select. This is the second version they did. Down below is the first version. This one was the more articulated version that I liked quite a bit better. So much so that he got in front of the Sideshow version. I think they did a nicer job. But Sideshow still beats him out, getting the number 4 spot for their 12-inch version. This is this kind of set the bar for a long time. This figure, again, is almost 20 years old. And they did a beautiful job with this. They did, really, really did. This is a really nice figure. Hid the articulation pretty well under a kind of a rubber outside, not the rubber. It's not really a rubber skin. It's somewhat vinyl. It's definitely held up for me over the years. No problems at all. So nice work. Number 3 is going to be a figure that nobody else will have on their top 10 list but me. It's Uncle Gilbert. Oh, come on. Did you ever think we were going to get an Uncle Gilbert in any scale, in any way? I didn't. So when Diamond Select did this one as part of their Monsters line, I was all over this like hair on a bear. This is a great figure, really well sculpted, and probably the only action figure we will ever get of that character. Now my number 2 is also 6 scale. I think Mondo outdid Sideshow with their version. Some people may not like the fact that you can see some of the articulation that you didn't see in the Sideshow version. But see, that's kind of the reason I like it. It is a much better articulated figure than what Sideshow did. And a nice thing about 6 scale is when it's well articulated. But yeah, you haven't seen him yet, so you knew he had to be taking the #1 spot. It's the new NECA Creature from the Black Lagoon. Their Universal Monsters line has been terrific overall. As you can see, we got a whole bunch of them here lined up together. But it's really this one that stands out for me. Terrific job. I also picked up the glow-in-the-dark version. They did this guy, here he is down here on the floor. There he is. They did this guy as part of the San Diego Comic-Con. So I already snagged him. So that's it for my top 10 Creature of the Black Lagoon action figures. Let me know what your favorites are. Make sure you subscribe. And until Wednesday, when we do a favorite collection, have a good week.